the foundation of failure. Understanding the 10 common boxing mistakes of beginners. Every boxer begins their journey with dreams of mastery, envisioning speed, power, and precision. But before any fighter can develop the grace of Ali or the ferocity of Tyson, they must first overcome the hidden pitfalls that plague nearly every beginner. This first chapter is devoted to identifying and understanding the 10 most common mistakes beginners make in boxing. The fundamental errors that can sabotage progress, slow development, and even lead to injuries. Let us break down each mistake with a deep and practical explanation so you can correct them early and build a strong foundation for your boxing journey. 1. Neglecting the stance, the root of all problems. One of the biggest and most frequent mistakes beginners make is underestimating the importance of stance. Many think boxing starts with throwing punches, but it truly begins with balance. A poor stance, feet too close together, weight unevenly distributed, or standing too upright, destroys stability and limits mobility. A correct stance provides defense, power, and readiness. The ideal boxing stance keeps your feet shoulder-width apart, knees slightly bent, and weight evenly distributed between the front and back foot. This balance allows smooth pivots, quick counters, and explosive attacks. Without it, even the strongest punch loses its effectiveness. 2. Dropping the guard, an invitation for punishment. A lowered guard is a beginner's greatest vulnerability. Many new boxers forget to protect their face and body after throwing punches or during movement. A good guard isn't just about covering your face. It is about positioning your hands intelligently, elbows tucked and chin down. The guard should be fluid, adapting to offensive and defensive moments. Remember, a boxer with a lazy guard gives opponents open invitations to land clean shots. Discipline and habit are the only true solutions. 3. Breathing incorrectly, the silent energy killer. Breathing might sound simple, but improper breathing drains energy faster than any punch. Beginners often hold their breath while punching or tightening their bodies during exchanges, leading to early fatigue. Professional boxers exhale sharply with each punch, short bursts of air that maintain rhythm and oxygen flow. This technique keeps muscles relaxed and stamina intact. Breathing is rhythm, and rhythm is survival in boxing. 4. Throwing wild punches, power without precision. Inexperienced fighters often believe power comes from aggression, so they swing wildly, hoping to land a knockout blow. But wild punches waste energy, throw you off balance, and expose your chin. True power comes from technique, proper rotation of the hips, coordination between legs and shoulders, and timing. Controlled punches, delivered with balance, are always stronger and safer than reckless swings. 5. Ignoring defense, the myth of pure offense. Many beginners think boxing is about hitting, not avoiding hits. They forget that the art of boxing is the art of not getting hit. Neglecting defense means absorbing unnecessary punishment, leading to both short-term fatigue and long-term damage. Learning how to block, parry, slip, and roll with punches builds ring IQ and confidence. Defense isn't weakness, it's wisdom. The best fighters make opponents miss first, then make them pay. 6. Overtraining power, forgetting the fundamentals. Another common mistake is focusing too much on punching power, ignoring the essentials like footwork, head movement, and timing. Beginners often try to hit harder before they learn how to move correctly. A great boxer develops strength through technique, not brute force. Building solid fundamentals ensures that every punch carries precision and purpose. Strength follows skill, not the other way around. 7. Standing still, a static target is an easy target. Beginners often freeze after throwing combinations, admiring their work or waiting for the next move. But in boxing, stillness equals vulnerability. Movement, even small steps or subtle head shifts, keeps you unpredictable. Learn to circle, pivot, and reset your stance after every exchange. The ring is your canvas. Never let your feet become roots. Movement is both your offense and your defense. 8. Neglecting footwork, the forgotten weapon. Footwork is often the least glamorous yet most powerful skill in boxing. Many beginners underestimate how crucial it is for positioning, balance, and rhythm. Good footwork allows you to control distance, create angles, and dictate the pace of a fight. Poor footwork traps you in corners or leaves you off balance after punches. Every great boxer, from Lomachenko to Mayweather, built their style around superior movement. Footwork transforms a fighter into a strategist. 9. Ignoring the jab, the most underrated punch. The jab is the most important punch in boxing, yet most beginners underuse it. They want uppercuts and hooks, the flashy punches, but forget that the jab controls everything: distance, timing, and setups. A sharp, consistent jab disrupts your opponent's rhythm and opens doors for every other punch. It's your measuring stick, your defense, and your offense rolled into one. The jab wins rounds and breaks wills. 10. Lacking patience, wanting results too fast. The last and most dangerous mistake is impatience. Many new boxers expect to become great within months, losing motivation when progress slows. Boxing is an art of patience, built on repetition, discipline, and self-awareness. Every small improvement, from cleaner footwork to tighter defense, is a victory. The ring rewards those who respect time. The best fighters understand that growth is invisible at first, until one day, everything clicks. What's up, fight fans, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're stripping it all back to the absolute beginning, the one thing that separates the contenders from the pretenders, the boxing stance. You've seen the legends, right? Muhammad Ali floating like a butterfly, or Mike Tyson coiled like a spring. What did they have in common? They mastered their stance before they ever threw a knockout punch. Your stance isn't just how you stand. It's the foundation of every punch, every defensive move, and every single step you take in that ring. Get this wrong, and everything else falls apart. So, if you're ready to build your foundation like a pro, stick around. Let's start with the philosophy. Your stance is a statement. It's your body's way of saying, I'm ready for anything. It has to do 3 things at once: protect you from getting hit, set you up for explosive attacks, and keep you perfectly balanced so you can move like a phantom. Remember this: in boxing, power doesn't come from your arms. It starts from the ground. Your connection to the floor, through your feet, is where every powerful punch is born. That's why your stance is sacred. It's the source of your control, your power, and your defense. So, let's build the perfect stance from the ground up. First, your feet and legs, your foundation. Stand with your feet about shoulder width apart. If you're orthodox, your left foot is forward. If you're a southpaw, it's your right. Your lead foot should point slightly inward, and your rear foot should be angled out at about 45 degrees. Now let's talk weight. You want about 55% on your back leg and 45% on the front. This makes you stable enough to absorb a hit, but light enough to move instantly. And your knees? Always keep them slightly bent, never locked. Think of them as your body's suspension system, ready to react. Next up, your torso and hips, the engine of your power. A huge mistake beginners make is squaring up to their opponent. Don't do that. It just gives them a bigger target. Instead, turn your body slightly so your hips and shoulders are aligned at an angle. Keep your core tight. This is what allows you to rotate with speed and snap. Every single punch, from a jab to a hook, starts with a twist from the hips. It's not a push, it's a powerful rotation. Your hips are the engine driving every shot, so learning to use them is non-negotiable for generating real power. Now, let's move to the shoulders and arms, your shields and spears. Your lead hand should be out in front of you, about chin height, ready to jab, parry, or block. Your rear hand, your power hand, stays glued to your cheekbone, protecting your chin. This is critical. Tuck your elbows in tight against your ribs. This closes the door on body shots like hooks and uppercuts. Your shoulders should be relaxed but held high enough to naturally protect your jawline. The magic word here is relaxed tension. You need to be loose enough to be fast, but controlled enough to be strong. And finally, the most important target, your head and chin. Your chin must always be tucked down, almost touching your chest and angled slightly toward your lead shoulder. Why? Because your chin is the off switch. A clean shot there can end the fight instantly. By hiding it behind your shoulder, you make it a much harder target to hit. Your eyes should be looking straight ahead, but here's a pro tip. Focus on your opponent's chest, not their hands or their eyes. The chest doesn't lie. It will tell you where they're going before their fists do. It's the key to anticipating their next move. All right, now that we know what to do, let's cover the common mistakes I see every single day. First, standing too tall. A lot of beginners stand straight up, making their head and body a giant, easy target. You need to maintain a slight athletic crouch. Stay grounded. Second, being flat-footed or bouncing too much. Being on the balls of your feet is good, but your heels should just lightly kiss the canvas. Don't plant them, but don't bounce around wasting energy either. Find that sweet spot of being light but connected. Another huge mistake is overreaching with your lead hand. If you extend it too far out, you're off balance and your guard is compromised. It should only be out far enough to land a quick jab and get back to safety. And as we mentioned before, avoid squaring up. Facing your opponent head-on is an invitation for them to hit you anywhere they want. Always present a smaller target by keeping your body angled. Mastering this isn't just about looking like a boxer. It's about making yourself incredibly difficult to hit while setting up your own powerful shots. Let's quickly touch on the science of balance. When you throw a punch, your weight naturally shifts from your back foot to your front foot, or vice versa. The secret is to keep your center of gravity between your feet at all times. If you lean too far forward on a punch, you're wide open for a counter. If you lean too far back, your punches have no power. It's a controlled, fluid transfer of weight. Watch masters like Canelo Alvarez or Vasily Lomachenko. Their balance is like water. It flows perfectly, allowing them to throw powerful combinations without ever losing their footing. Remember, there's no single stance that fits everyone. The best stance is the one that fits your body and your fighting style. If you're a tall, long-armed outfighter like Muhammad Ali, you might have a lighter, more mobile stance. If you're a defensive genius and a counterpuncher like Floyd Mayweather, you'll use a lower, more protected shell. And if you're an aggressive pressure fighter like Mike Tyson, you'll adopt that compact, crouched peekaboo style to get in close. Your stance should feel like an extension of your personality, but the fundamentals, balance, protection, and mobility, are universal. So how do you make this all second nature? Drills, drills, drills. First, the mirror check. Stand in front of a mirror and just hold your stance. Check your feet, your hips, your hands, your chin. Correct yourself. Do this every day. Next, shadowboxing. Don't just flail your arms. Focus on maintaining your stance and balance as you move and throw punches. Feel the weight transfer. Another great one is the step and reset drill. Move forward, backward, left, and right, but after every step, instantly snap back into your perfect stance. And finally, the rope line drill. Put a line of tape or a rope on the floor. Practice moving along it, keeping your lead foot on one side and your rear foot on the other. This builds incredible muscle memory for footwork. To wrap it all up, a solid stance is more than just physical. It builds mental confidence. When your feet are stable and you feel protected, your mind becomes calm. It grounds you in the chaos of a fight. Your stance is your anchor. It's where your power, your defense, and your confidence all come together. Master your stance and you've taken the most important step toward becoming a true boxer. Thank you so much for watching. If you got value from this breakdown, do me a huge favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the sweet science. Drop a comment below with what you want to see next. Stay sharp and I'll see you in the next video.